can ask your question one by one, and that would be a good idea. Raise your hand, and then I would. Okay, Soumya Deep, quick, please.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, could you please again explain the perspective terminology of photography? Like, how different would it be if there was a window in the frame with respect to perspective?
Okay, so as I'm saying, the perspective, when we say, it is connected with the depth. So had there been a window, it means it would give an idea there is something else also over there. Since the window is missing in a wall, if there been a window, then you would have get a feeling of depth. So the moment you have a depth, you can say the perspective. You can use the term perspective is being used because there is a foreground and then there is a background in the end and something else. So window will give you a depth for the outside world, which is missing here. That's what I mean, that the perspective is not here. Fasin Mukhtar.
Hello, sir. My question was that which all paintings should we read upon that are important rather than Indian paintings?
Okay.
According
Now,
to world painting.
Okay. Now, I would suggest a painting which is difficult to understand. Okay. Now, this painting, if you know already about it, then you can write brilliantly. If you have not seen this painting before, then you really have to be expert enough or watched many paintings enough to be able to interpret this. Okay. So I would suggest train yourself slowly. It will not happen over the 1 day or 2 day or something. It will be a slow process. Start analyzing or reading about a painting of some well-known painters. For example, difficult painters among them is Salvador Dali. Dali's paintings are difficult to understand at a first go. You look at a painting, it's a surrealistic. You need to read about it. There are many people, as I said, there are critics who has discussed the paintings over there. There are some teachers, there are some videos which you could watch it, and then you can slowly you will train yourself. But there are certain paintings which are difficult to understand because it has a lot of connections a painter has given into that. Tomorrow I would bring one such painting to give you an idea how complex a painter can be, which is too difficult sometimes to understand. I would just bring that also, but I avoided today because today I thought I'd take up one question of the last year. So that's one thing. So slowly it will happen, and you should know the names of the various important painters and their paintings. Search on the Google, you will find top 100 paintings by well-known paintings by painters, international painters, and then 6-7 websites you will search, and then you will find some paintings are common, are being discussed everywhere. They are evergreen paintings. So those become more important rather than one which are not common. So I would say common painting by a couple of websites is the idea for the MCQ particularly, and also for interpretation point of view, people like Dali to begin with. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Saurabh.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, when we are describing a place or a house or an apartment, what should be kept in mind?
When we are describing a place, apartment, or a house, now look at my little office. Do I need to explain what you will describe? Very simple. My walls are not made of bricks. My walls are made of glass panel on which you see film posters taken a printout on the flex, which is a removable. So it's a translucent flex on which it is being used and pasted over there. So maybe after 1 year, if I become bored, I will remove them, put it somewhere else. My glass would remain same. On the right side, you see a table lamp, you see a little shelf of the blue color. So it's as simple as that. Whatever is visible. You got my point? So, and there would be something which is not visible easily. There would be something like that also. But normally, I would say anything which you think is important, if you could notice that. For example, if you go to a 5-star hotel, banquet hall, what is noticeable? That the most of the lights are on dimmer. So they can dim the lights whenever there is a presentation going on over there. And once the presentation is over, the screen is not that important. They will bring it to the full intensity. So this is a noticeable feature of a banquet hall. In my room, I can't do that. Okay. So I would say something which is noticeable and something which is not easily noticed. Did I answer your question?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next, Pragya Pradhan. Pragya, are you around?
Is it necessary to write? Hello?
Yes, please. Tell me.
Hello?
Carry on.
Is it necessary to write down the historical background of
Historical background of?
paintings?
See, some paintings has a historical background. You will watch paintings, start watching painting, you will understand that certain paintings were made by a certain painter because it is connected with the history. Maybe it is connected with the French Revolution, or maybe it is connected with the time of Pluto was given some poison. So that history is being depicted, taken as a background for making that painting, right? So if the painting has certain character which are historical character, so there must be a reason why that particular painting is made in a certain way by the painter. So if you do not know the history of that particular period when the painting was made, you will not be able to appreciate the painting better. You will like the color, you will like the composition, you will nice composition, nice lighting, nice color, nice detailing. But there is something which is beyond visibility. In the sense, there is a historical connect with that you need to understand. If you don't understand that, then you will not be able to write in a detail. But it depends upon the examiner, what exactly is their mindset to ask a particular painting to describe. So one cannot say, but yes, in general, I would say that you need to know the history of certain painting. Tomorrow I would bring a difficult painting. If you don't know the history, you will not be able to interpret it. Okay. So yes, history is important. I will talk about that tomorrow. Rishabh.
Yes,
Rishabh,
sir.
yeah.
Sir, I had a question that how do we establish that a piece of art is surrealistic in nature?
Okay. Something which you find odd, something which you will not find normal. You see a plate. In the plate, what I will eat some salad, or I would eat something else. But if you see a plate in which eyeballs are kept over there, and
Yes,
I'm
sir.
eating that, okay, so it's a surrealistic. It is shocking. Anything which is shocking.
Sir, does that mean that surrealistic work has a deeper meaning in that?
Of course, of course. There's a reason. There's a reason behind it. When you read a little bit about surrealism, it has a lot to do with the dreams, where you
Yes,
see
sir.
a lot of
Unconscious mind, sir.
subconscious mind, we call it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So a lot of things are there in your mind, which is, see, I'll give you one example. I'll just give you one vague example. Why men's are fascinated with women's breast? Think about it. All painters will bring breast over there. All these poets will bring breast over there. Why? It is, nobody is fascinated with the hand. Hand is also part of my body. Leg is also part of my body. But if one particular part of the body, people have a fascination. There's a reason behind it. There's a deep rooted reason behind it. Okay. So there is a subconsciousness by which you become used to it, and then slowly it takes over. So yes, it's a shocking. It is not normal. These are the two elements of a surrealism.
Thank you,
Next,
sir.
Piyush Goyal. Piyush Goyal.
Sir, I wanted to ask if we don't know about the painter, like we know the painting and we can elaborate it in our own perspective.
Yes. It is always, that's why we call it as a subjective. What's your name?
Sir Radhika Goyal.
Radhika. Radhika, it is always a subjective interpretation. I have seen a film which is criticized by two big critics of this India. Kuch kuch hota hai. One of them said it's a wonderful, marvelous landmark film. Another one just, torn it to pieces. You will commit suicide after reading that article. So it's always subjective. It's always subjective interpretation. You may agree with that. You may not agree with that. I may agree. I may not agree. But that's the beauty of it. The different interpretations. The different.
So if we don't know the painter, it is not necessary to mention who was the artist or like what he thought.
Immaterial. You see just painting made by XYZ. That's it. Now, what this painting is creating an impression on you, that is more important.
Okay, sir. So that would also be like counted, would be worthy like an
Yes,
answer if you
very
don't know about the painter.
No, I would suggest, or I would say that that is more important than the prefixed interpretation by some people of some painting. Since it is a well-known painting, so maybe this painting was there. But tomorrow the painting which I am going to bring is not a well-known painting. It's some young artist, but it's a very complex painting. So how do you interpret? If you know the history, you will be able to connect. If you don't know the history, you will not be able to connect. So understanding sometimes history is very important to read certain painting. There's a book called How to Read a Film by James Monaco, right? So similarly, how to read a painting is also important. Sometimes you need to know the connection of the political history, the connect with various countries that country is connected with, who is the painter, what is his nationality. If you don't know, then you will not be able to understand why it is happening. You will enjoy it, you will like it. It's like ragas, for example. You listen to Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. You have no idea about any distinction between raga A versus raga B, but you still enjoy it. But a person who is a musically literate, who understand ragas, who have had some kind of a training in classical music, his level of appreciation would be different from yours. You are just enjoying it without understanding it. He is enjoying it with an understanding. So that is the difference. So if you have an understanding, you enjoy better. If sometimes when you don't have an understanding, you also enjoy better. You know, so it's like that. Did I answer you? Okay. So next, Piyush Goyal is over. Rishabh is done. Samir Sharma.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm very well.
My question is that, like you said, that every painting has layers in it. And
can you speak louder, please?
Hello, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
As you said that each painting has layers embedded into them.
Correct.
Now, if I'm looking into a painting, right, you have already shared with us the techniques of looking at a painting, the foreground, middle ground, background, surrealism, overall feel and the colors, right? But if I'm looking at something from somebody who does not have any knowledge about any technique, right? So can I pick anything which is relevant to me out of that painting and find meaning in it?
See, I have not discussed the painting's technique.
Right.
Mind you, my words.
Right.
I have discussed it from a very layman's perspective.
Right.
I was not talking about which movement of a painting he belongs to, what was the agenda of that movement, and what was his technique of using the brush and kind of creating texture or something. I have not discussed that at all. I discussed the painting from a layman's perspective. But what you're saying is that you find something which is interesting for you and you would describe about it.
Right.
You can do that. You can do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Arka Prava Datta.
Yes, sir. As you have mentioned, that particular painting, can you just explain the shadow part of the veil, the shadows that are leaning on the veil?
The contrast thing when we were talking about the shadow part is, see, something which is hidden. Shadow is what basically? Shadow represent what? Shadow is something which is hidden. Shadow is something in which it's difficult to find out. Shadow is something in which things are not clear. So when he used this idea of covering the faces, he also used the idea of these turns of that cloth and converting into a little shade, and finally on the women's face particularly it get into the black, or I would say gray, for example. So shadow primarily has a intention of keeping things in a mysterious manner. It is not very clear. It is little, you have to pay more attention to see something dark. See, for example, you see any important filmmaker's work of a love making scene. It doesn't happen in a full night on. It's a darker thing. So you pay a little more attention what is happening inside. Okay. So it gives you a more curiosity. It gives you a more mystery. It creates a little more interest. What is happening over there? Where is the hand of that person? Where is another hand of that man? So the mysterious quality the shadow always gives. Whether it's a cinema, whether it's a painting, whether it's a photography. So it's basically to enhance that mystery thing and give you some layering, because he's a master of technique. So he also want to show his technique. He's not just a layman painter कि चलो brush उठाया मार मुड़ दो चार इधर उधर left right. So he is also talking about his craftsmanship in his painting. That's why these people are not just a thought. It is more of a craftsmanship which is important. A great painter is one who also has a craftsmanship. Now this craftsmanship is difficult to define. Sometimes it is very symbolic, sometimes very representative, sometimes it is very detailed. It depends from person to person. Sapto Rishi.
Sir, my question is, if surrealism deals with the subconscious mind, whose subconscious mind does it deal with, the viewers or the artists?
Subconscious mind deals with, basically, I would say, in a filmmaking, with a filmmaker. Because if I am not complicated, I would not make a complicated film. Are you getting my point? If
Yes,
I am
sir.
a very simple man, I would pick up a simple story. I will make a simple film. But if I am a little complicated, film is a reflection of the mindset of a director. That's why it is called a director's medium. Theater is called an actor's medium. Try to understand the difference. Theater is not called the director's medium. Why? There's a lot of depth into this statement. Because it is a story which the director picked up, converted into a screenplay, and then he's okay. I'll give you an example. Think of Alberto Moravio's novel Contempt. You read the novel. After watching the film 3 times, I got tempted to read the novel. And novel is very simple. There is nothing complex in that film and in the novel. But when you watch the film, you say, what the hell he has done with the film? But he has done is in his interesting manner. Godard is Godard. Uska thumb impression dikhai dega wahan pe. You will get the feel that it is a Godard's film. It is not by Vittorio De Sica's film. If you don't know, and if you know that Godard makes some complicated film, and first time I'll show you with this film, if you have seen any film, you will say कि ये Godard का film. और विक्टोरिया डिसिका की फिल्म में ये सब चक्करबाजी नहीं होता है. सीधा सीधा फिल्म चल रहा होता है, सीधी सीधी कहानी होती है उसकी. उसमें ये सब गुगली जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग क्रिकेट की लैंग्वेज में, उसमें ये सब गुगली नहीं चल रहा होता. So it is a person. It is a filmmaker's mindset. It is a filmmaker's subconscious. पूरा का पूरा लुई बुनोल का फिल्मों में वही सब चक्करबाजी है. ड्रीम विद इन ड्रीम विद इन ड्रीम. चौथा ड्रीम चल रहा होता है उसकी फिल्म के अंदर. ये जो क्रिस्टोफर नोलान है वो बच्चा है उसके आगे. क्रिस्टोफर नोलान टेक्नोलॉजी को खेलता है. He tried to complicate the film as much as you can. He has formulated his style. And from where he got this style? Louis Buñuel. Buñuel is the original master. Christopher Nolan is a 4th generation photocopy. I am using this word very carefully of Louis Buñuel. But he uses the technology. उस जमाने में technology उतना complicated नहीं होता था, and he never used the technology. Spielberg used the technology, but he never used the technology. Other people from that group, they had an industrial light and magic company, which was special effect company, but he was not interested in all that. So what I need to say is, it is the mindset of the person. It is the mindset of the how complex a person is. So your answer to your question is, it is the director's game. People watch it. डिम्पल कपाडिया क्रिस्टोफर नोलन के लिए अभी भी नहीं समझ आया लोगों को फिल्म. She gave the audition. डिम्पल जैसी औरत ऑडिशन देने आएगी, हो गई. क्यों? क्योंकि क्रिस्टोफर नोलन का फिल्म है. कोई इंडिया का डायरेक्टर बोले जाके डिम्पल को कि मुझे तुम्हारा ऑडिशन लेना है, तो भगा देगी उसको, भाग यहाँ से. So you create an image of yourself. This is me. ये मेरा फिल्म है, ये ऐसे बनता है, ऐसे ही बनता है. समझ आ रहा है तो ठीक है, नहीं समझ आ रहा मत समझो. लोग जाते हैं, देखते हैं, डिस्कस करते हैं और इंस्पायर होते हैं, और फिर वहां से इंडियन वर्जन बनाते हैं. वो क्या आमिर खान की फिल्म है वो. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट सारांश मेहरोत्रा.
Good evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग.
So my question is, like you described the painting. So according to me, the man is trying to kiss the woman, but something is pulling him away from her. So my question is that it is subjective. So what are they actually trying to hear from my answer? How are they going to judge it? Like which answer is going to stand out from the rest?
See, you can write down whatever you feel. You got my point? When we say there are multiple meanings to it, it means you can write what you feel. Now it is up to the examiner if he gets connected with your answer or not. Let me put it in a very, very simple language. You could interpret something else also out of it. But it is the examiner, he would read that and he would decide whether what you're saying is he getting connected with or not. For example, I'll make a statement. The popular statement is power brings the corruption, right? It's a popular statement. I would say it is not the power which brings the corruption. I would say it is the corrupt people who are attached to the power. Now, you may like this sentence or you may not like it. This is my interpretation. My interpretation is not that power brings the corruption. No. My interpretation is it is the corrupt people who are attached to the power. Power don't say that you do the corruption. Power is not saying you that you do the bungling. It is the people who are corrupt. So this is my interpretation. So subjective means it is your interpretation whether other likes it or not. Okay. Next, Sumit Sahitya.
Can I ask one more question?
No, let me just finish the rest of the people. Sumit Sahitya.
Yes, sir. Sir, my question is for any painting. Everyone will give different opinions. Then when we are describing any painting for the aspect of examination, what should be in our mind? Like you said, the element of the painting, the color of the painting. So is it important to elaborate each and everything in my answer?
You cannot, because there is a time, there is a space. You are not supposed to answer only one question. You have to be very, very meticulously planned in your choosing the words to describe something, because there is a limitation of the time and the marks to be allocated. In this painting, in this particular painting, if I need to describe, I would just describe what question is asking. I have given you little more than many things. Out of five explanations, I would just choose one only.
करो सुसु करी में.
ये सब लोग जो है ऑडियो अपना बंद करें, थोड़ा काम की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर, ठीक है? So it's up to me, depend upon my time, depend upon my space and how much I am familiar with describing those things, how much I am clear. You have to be very, very clear. You can't beat around the bush. That's why I say again and again, point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. That's what you are supposed to write in. Okay. Next. Next is Chandan Kumar Jangit.
Yeah, hello sir.
Hello.
सर जो आपने सररियलिज्म के बारे में बताया, मेरा उस पर क्वेश्चन नहीं है, मेरा एक सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है. मैं थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ. जब मैंने एनरोल किया था तो मुझे याद है कि डायरेक्शन के ऊपर चीजें बताने वाले थे, तो शायद ऐसा हो सकता है कि मैं कुछ मिसमैच कर रहा हूँ चीजों को या
मैंने बहुत क्लियर
कर रहा हूँ.
उसके अंदर
तो
लिखा
आप थोड़ा सा क्लियर
फर्स्ट फिनिश. लेट मी जस्ट फर्स्ट फिनिश. मैंने बहुत क्लियर कट बोला हुआ है उसके अंदर कि 3 days we
हम्म
will take up the questions paper of previous year and 2
हम्म
days we will take up the expected questions.
ओके
आपने ध्यान से नहीं पढ़ा उसको, आप उसको
हाँ
ध्यान
सर
से पढ़िएगा, अभी भी वैसा का वैसा लिखा होगा, वो आपके मेल में आंसर है, वो उसको ध्यान से पढ़िए। तो ये क्वेश्चन
ओके
आ
सर
चुका
थैंक यू
है,
सर
ये 15 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन आ चुका है, और ऐसी खतरनाक पेंटिंग अगर कोई आ गई तो वहां पर खोपड़ी खुजाते रहोगे, ये ध्यान में।
थैंक यू सर खोपड़ी को जाने की बात बोलने के लिए।
नहीं, वो खुजाना पड़ेगा वहां पे, वहां पर खोपड़ी ही खुजानी पड़ेगी। अब मैं कल लेके आऊंगा आपके सामने तो आपको समझ आएगा खोपड़ी खुजाने का क्या मतलब है, क्योंकि अगर आप नहीं
थैंक यू
पढ़ पाएंगे तो फंस गए आप वहां पे,
हम्म
और टाइम नहीं होता है वहां पर, टाइम नहीं होता है इन चीजों का, क्योंकि ये फेमस पेंटिंग है इसलिए आप कर पाए। अगर आपको नई पेंटिंग दे दी जाएगी और बोला जाएगा अब आप लिखिए, तो चक्कर में फंस जाएंगे आप। सो यू हैव
या
टू
ऑब्वियसली
ट्रेनिंग टू अप्रिशिएट द पेंटिंग बिकॉज इट वाज आस्क्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन।
थैंक यू सर
ओके, नेक्स्ट, प्रणव वोरा। प्रणव वोरा has gone. Arnab,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
okay, बोलिए।
Yeah, the painter and the painting that we saw, the painter was clearly affected by what happened to his mother and how it happened. So the director and his work, the movie, so is director also affected or inspired by his life or what
Yes,
happens in around him?
yes, yes. महेश भट्ट का एक बहुत खूबसूरत फिल्म है जिसकी वजह से महेश भट्ट बना, उसका नाम है सारांश। सारांश जो है उसकी पर्सनल लाइफ के अंदर जो हुआ उससे इंस्पायर। बहुत सारी फिल्में लोग ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल फिल्में होती हैं उनकी। फेलिनी का जो फिल्म है 8.5 वो ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल फिल्म है। उसकी बहुत सारी फिल्मों में उसके चाइल्डहुड के एक्सपीरियंसेस हैं। तो बहुत सारे फिल्म मेकर हैं वर्ल्ड में जो अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस जो उनके रहे हैं लाइफ में उन्हीं को फिल्मों में कन्वर्ट करते रहे। नॉट एवरीबडी बट मैनी ऑफ देम। हाँ जी, नेक्स्ट, अर्नब। Arnab, are you there? Okay, he's not there.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Bolo.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How can we learn about the color theories of a painting? I mean, different colors they use.
एक बहुत अच्छा मेरे पास PDF फाइल है, मैं कल
Okay.
आप लोगों को ढूंढ के उसको भेजता हूँ।
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Next, Aman is sir.
या गुड इवनिंग सर।
Good evening.
सर जैसे अभी 8 months के रफली अराउंड बचा हुआ है जेट एग्जाम के लिए, सो सर शुड वी स्टडी न्यू फिल्म्स और
बचा हुआ है, ये हो सकता है 1 साल भी हो जाए, ये हो सकता है 1.5 साल भी हो जाए।
या सर, तो सर हमें
फरवरी एंड,
या सर, तो हमें न्यू फिल्म्स देखनी चाहिए या फिर क्लासिक्स को ही स्टडी करनी चाहिए एंड ओल्ड क्लासिक फिल्म मेकर्स लाइक रे, फेलिनी एटसेट्रा? एंड सर
क्या है, आप एक दिन में अगर एक फिल्म देखते हैं तो उसको समझने के लिए कम से कम 4 घंटे चाहिए।
यस सर।
मैं आपको बताऊंगा कल थोड़ा सा, ये मैं पहले 3 दिन में कुछ और ये ले लूं, लास्ट के 2 दिन यही समझाऊंगा कि उसको कैसे स्टडी करना है।
ओके सर।
IMDb में जाके एक एक्सटर्नल लिंक का सेक्शन होता है, वहां से उस फिल्म के ऊपर जितने भी लोगों ने जो भी लिखा है उसके लिंक्स आपको मिल जाएंगे। उस पे जाके 20 लिंक खोल दो अलग अलग विंडोज में, और वहां से कॉपी करके कट पेस्ट करके अपना एक वर्ड फाइल बना दो। अब उस वर्ड फाइल को पढ़ना चालू करो, और उसमें से जो कचरा है वो फेंकते रहो, और जो पॉइंट है उनको पॉइंट फॉर्म में लिखते रहो। तो जब आप पूरा 40 पेज को कंडेंस करके 4 पेज में लेके आ जाएंगे, तो 4 पेज को फिर अब आप सोचिए कि मैं 2 पेज में कैसे करूं। दिस इज द वे टू फिगर इट आउट व्हाट अदर्स हैव डन। अब वो करने से पहले अपना खोपड़ी जो है वो लगाना चालू करो, वो बाद में लगाना, तो नकल मारने वाला काम है। पहले अपना खोपड़ी लगाओ कि आपने एक फिल्म देखा, आपको क्या अच्छा लगा, फिर उसी फिल्म को दोबारा देखो, दूसरे दिन भी देखो। अब उसको रोक रोक के देखो, 2 घंटे की फिल्म को 3 घंटा 4 घंटा देखो, और अपने नोट्स बनाते रहो, छोटे छोटे स्क्रीनशॉट लेते रहिए उसका, और अपना वर्ड फाइल में लिखते रहिए जो आपके पास आए, तो जिससे वो इधर उधर गुम नहीं होगा। आपकी वर्ड फाइल रहेगी, उसमें स्क्रीनशॉट रहेगा, आप टाइप करते रहेंगे। और ये सब काम मोबाइल पे नहीं होता है, ये सब काम डेस्कटॉप सिस्टम के ऊपर होता है, जिसके ऊपर आपको बैठना पड़ेगा। जैसे मैं बैठा हुआ हूँ मैक के सामने, मैक सिस्टम के सामने बैठा हूँ, मोबाइल यूनिट के नहीं बैठा हूँ। तो दैट इज द वे टू डू इट। चूज सर्टेन फिल्म्स, प्रोमिनेंट फिल्म ऑफ द प्रोमिनेंट डायरेक्टर्स, बिकॉज यू आर लेफ्ट विद एक फिल्म को आपको 3 दिन में निपटाना है, तो महीने के अंदर आप जो है ऑन एन एवरेज अपना एंजॉयमेंट कीजिए। एंजॉयमेंट मतलब स्टडी के लिए, एंजॉय के अलावा पढ़ना भी है, उसको थोड़ा देखना भी है। तो ये प्रैक्टिस जो है, आपने एक दिन फिल्म आज देख ली, अब वही फिल्म आप रोक रोक के लैपटॉप पे देख रहे हैं और अपना स्क्रीनशॉट ले रहे हैं और आप अपना वर्ड्स फाइल में लिख रहे हैं जो आपकी कमेंट्स हैं। अब थर्ड डे जो फॉर्मूला 44 मैंने आपको बताया कि दुनिया ने जो लिखा हुआ है उसके ऊपर, वो आज के टाइम में अवेलेबल है, मेरे जमाने में नहीं होता था। मैं बहुत सारी फोटोकॉपी नेशनल फिल्म आर्काइव, साइट एंड साउंड से इधर उधर से कर करके लेके आता था। टुडे दिस फैसिलिटी इज अवेलेबल, कट पेस्ट वाली फैसिलिटी है, बट उसमें एनर्जी और टाइम लगता है, अपने आप नहीं होगी, उसके लिए 4 घंटा लगेगा उस 40 पेजों को 4 पेज में लाने के। सो इट इज अ लॉट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क इज रिक्वायर्ड, इट्स नॉट दैट इजी। ओके, नेक्स्ट ये अमन सर हो गया। डब्ल्यू मुखी, क्या है ये नाम? WMUKH।
Hi, sir.
हाँ जी।
So my question was, if in the exam I'm asked to interpret or analyze a picture or a painting, for example, and I happen to have more than one interpretation, and I happen to write in points as well, not descriptive, like totally singling out what are the things that I'm finding totally distinct in this picture or painting, then do I write all those interpretations or do I just stick to one?
Depend upon the marks. 5 marks का क्वेश्चन है, 10 marks का क्वेश्चन है, depend upon the space given to you over there. You need to check the space and you need to check the marks, and then accordingly you need to write.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Next, Masoom Rana Diwan.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, sir. So my question is that so it's a long question. So and it's about the general examination. Like, so suppose in the written portion of the exam we have this part to analyze a painting, and similarly in the orientation we have to analyze a movie. So if we are acquainted with the specific piece of art, like the movie or the art, do we present our answer as someone who has been already acquainted with that medium or media, or do we pretend that we are analyzing it for the first time? Because there was an interview on your channel where the person who topped the exam said that they don't expect and they don't want people to answer as if they have already known about the movie or the creator. So so do we write the answer as if we know about it? Like, for example, if we get Rome Open City, do we write it like the effect of World War II on that movie as someone who has already known about it, or do we write it as if we are seeing it for the first time?
My answer is, what they want to check is your intelligence level. What they want to see is your analysis power. What they want to see is, did you pointed out something which not everybody would be able to notice? Okay. So your intelligence they want to see. Your power to understand a film is to see. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Power to understand a film. That is what they want to check. Now, it doesn't matter whether other have also noticed that thing or not. If you have noticed something which you think is important to pinpoint, that is what they are looking at. Not a flowery language, literary answer by a English honors graduate. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Next. Masoom Rana Diwan is over. Okay. So more or less everybody is done. And before I end this meeting, I would launch this poll. So only 44 people are left. So good. Rest of them have gone to walk. Lesser the people, better it is. Junk is not required over there. 10 people are required. 44 is too much. And 89 people had registered. I could see only limited people. Maybe this is a boring lecture, but FTI entrance exam is a boring. Okay. So learn how to handle the boredom. Otherwise, it will be difficult to crack it. So thank you very much, gentlemen. I hope it was useful to some of you. Some of you who were not able to understand it, I tried to be focused and I took up the questions only after 1 hour. And that's it. So have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.